Hello everyone, welcome to Ibrox Stadium for match day. It's Rangers versus Dundee United, and I'm delighted to be joined by Amrit, who I thought would have been in a better mood. He looks in a great mood at the moment, but that team news, he's been sulking for a good 10-15 minutes. I'm not even kidding, Amrit.
Yeah, Stevie, great to be here, and you're right. I was very, very optimistic and happy. I woke up this morning with a spring in my step, and I've seen that starting lineup, and I'm pretty deflated after that, if I'm honest. But listen, we'll get through it. We'll just work through it.
Sitting a wee huff for the last 10-15 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. I had to ask him if he was okay. The Rangers team news is Jack Butland is in goals, right back Dujon Sterling, captain in the side is John Suter, which I have to admit seems to be the problem with Amrit's current feelings. Next time Nasser Giga and Meg Homer comes in at left back. Tour Romans is that mystery injury. He will miss 2 to 3 weeks with a quad injury, we believe. Nico Raskin is partnered by Tochi Chouwani in midfield. Skov Olsen is right. Moore and Asgard are left and central. Ryan Nadiri partners aside. So the big missing Manny Fernandez has a knock. He is on the bench, just keeping him okay after his exploits with Nigeria. Tavernier, Baron, Diamande, Antman, Gassama, Miovski and Yusuf Chermiti, who has a face mask on. He has, we think, possibly a cheek nose injury. He's also a doubt, which is why he's been moved to the bench. So, big changes in there. Obviously, Manny Fernandez is the one that everybody will talk about. John Suter has been ropey, to say the least. Ropey Soapy, as he's been nicknamed. Yusuf is a hit and a miss in my humble opinion. So what do you make of that team?
Yeah, Stevie, last night on the pod, we were predicting what we thought the team would be, and there was no set of circumstances that I could see that would realise a team that's been selected today. Someone in the press room said, "Have you seen the new graphic of the team with a little picture of Jack Butland in it?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "I think they let that wee boy pick the team as well." So it looks a little bit like that, and you can understand that. Listen, there's a lot there to unpack, and I just didn't see this coming at all, which is why I've just been completely blindsided by it. Fernandez, okay, we understand if he's got an injury, but Suter coming in, but then giving him the captain's armband as well. You know, I would have preferred it going to someone like Butland. And then you're looking at moving forward as well. Asgard there. I mean, is it going to be 4-2-3-1, Stevie?
Is there enough goals in that team? I don't think there is. Well, that's my worry.
Well, this is the thing, and it's a good point, because Nadiri, I think, has done his best work for us when he comes a little bit deeper, almost in the 10 role, does the work off the ball, and then you've got Chermiti up front, whereas Nadiri is going to be that man now that's going to lead the line, and we need goals, and he's not scored in the league yet. So, and then you're looking at where are the goals coming from in that team? There's not a huge amount going on. Tavernier, I would have liked to see Tav start. I know that's probably a bone of contention for a lot of people, but I think going forward he offers more. But perhaps Sterling's in there to perhaps cover for Suter potentially, because Danny Rule acknowledges that Suter could need a little bit of support from Sterling, so he's there to do that. Also, perhaps the fact that I don't think we'll see Sterling next week on the plastic pitch at Falkirk, so maybe he's thinking of managing minutes and playing Sterling this week and Tav next week. I don't know, I'm just speculating, but that's where we are with that, Stevie.
Could be a lot to do with the fact that Dundee United have Fata as well and Farungia up front, who are quite pacey. United do go 3-4-2-1. It's Maynard, Brewer in goals with Ayavu, Graham and Keretsis. Oh dear, I'm going to butcher this, aren't I?
Take your word for it.
Stevenson, Savelge, Emmanuel, Ferry, Farugia, Fatai and Waters as a United team. Waters is quite a big guy. He scored against us. I think he done the one with the wee chip, possibly at Tannadice. It was quite a good goal. Fata and Farugia, one of them scored against us at Tannadice, that dribbling run. I can't remember which one it was. So I think maybe he's went Sterling for the pace that United have up front. Both games have been 2-2. We needed a late Tavernier equaliser at Ibrox. We needed a really late Nadeem Bayrami penalty at Tannadice. This is not going to be an easy game. Jim Goodwin does not favour Rangers in the slightest, and he will come in here to put a spanner in the works. We have the other side of it as well, where Rangers could go top of the league if we win the game, and it's the pressure of that and this team not folding. This team haven't fold as such at times. Will be a bit up and down. Tynecastle, yeah, Easter, but they've also won big games as well. It's a toss of the coin which Rangers team turn up, unfortunately. There's got to be concerns about today, but Rangers have to go and put their own emphasis on this game, Amrit.
Yeah, absolutely, Stevie. 100% agree with that. I think for us, with that team, I feel personally there were better options available than the 11 that's been selected. And I just hope this isn't the ultimate example of self-harm, that we could have done more. And if we drop the points, which I hope we don't, you could see why, because everyone's going to come back to that team selection if we drop points today. So this team need to go out. We need to play our game in their half, moving the ball quickly, pressing the ball high and creating chances and scoring a lot of goals. But it's the goals for me, Stevie. I don't see where they're coming from in that team, and without having Manny Fernandez at your set pieces and the threat that he poses in the air as well, I am concerned about that. But Rangers need to go out. Nothing less than 3 points is acceptable for me today, Stevie. It's really not. We need to swing the pendulum in our favour and go and put some pressure on our opponents, and psychologically being at the top of the table, albeit for 24 hours potentially, but having that for the players, for the club, and the belief around the building is absolutely critical.
He'll be all right. I'll make sure he's all right. I'll look after him. We'll be back with all the updates soon. Thanks, folks.
Half time at Ibrox, it's Rangers 2, Dundee United 1. In a game that's quite stuffy, Rangers finally took the lead. It was Ryan Nadiri from a moment of good play by Ryan Tello Aska. I'm all over the place, man. And Ryan Nadiri tucks in the rebound. Rangers then get a second, a bit of dubiety about who it is. Sterling flicked it on, it seemed to come off a defender, it was scooped out, Nadiri puts it in, and then we just, 2-0 up, we're going to half time. And it's just we get Mikey Moore's fouled, in my opinion. Dundee United breakaway, Chukwani just take the foul, take the yellow and take the foul. He doesn't, he lets him run. He then gets it to Fatty wide, and John Souttar, he as well as putting a fucking lamppost there, because he's about as much use. He shows him on his right foot, he tucks it away. Butland, it goes under him. Should he do better? Rangers do lead 2-1 at half time, but Amrit, why do we make it difficult?
It's just such a typical Rangersy thing to do, 2 up, you're flying, get into half time, the game's done. If we come out second half and it's 2-0, the game's done in my opinion. You kill any momentum or any hope that Dundee United have, and we've given them this lifeline now, which is, we handed it, it was gift wrapped. You said the whole Mikey Moore thing, it could have been a foul, but Chukwani on the halfway line, it just shows the naivety almost of him, perhaps. Anybody else, just tug his shirt, do anything, get him down. And then John Souttar, he's inviting him. It's like it opened up like the Nile. Moses in the Nile just opened up for him, come inside and just side foot it into the corner. And so Rangers, frustrating. They never make it simple for us. But listen, we are ahead. It's 2-1. It's not the end of the world. We need to go out now, and we really need to get a grip of this game and score early, and just please, my heart rate, my internal biochemistry, my emotional scaffolding cannot take this anymore, Stevie, right? So come on, Rangers, get into these.
I just think we need to get beyond as well. There's not enough ball carrying. Can't get Mickey Moore on the ball enough. Everything's getting played to feet, which is suiting United. There's nothing going beyond. There's no running from either fullback. So we need to fix that a wee bit. There's more that we could be doing. But as you say, positive, we are 2-1 up. Let's go and see what this second half has to bring. I'm sorry, by the way, that we're not using the mics and all that, because I may or may not have completely forgotten that we had to do this at half time.
Stevie was too busy texting God knows who, by the way, and I found him in the concourse. I said, Stevie, we're not doing a wee half time thing. Oh, yeah, sorry, completely forgot about that one. Gaffer.
I miss Kenny. Sees all full time.
Full time here at Ibrox Stadium, and if it looks like we've aged, it's because Rangers do that to you. My word, it's Rangers 4, Dundee United 2, 2-0, 2-1, 3-1, and then we should have got 4, 5, 6. Of course we don't. 3-on-1 and we still miss is just classic Rangers. It goes to 3-2, only for Bojan Majowski to get a lovely breakaway goal. Too much messing about at the back for me today for Rangers. But a very good game, a great game to watch. United were good, gave it everything. What a win it is for Rangers again. 6 more of these to go, and the big prizes will come. But it's not for the faint-hearted now, Amrit. God, they are going to kill me before the end of the season.
Mate, I feel your pain. I was nerve-stricken for the whole game. I couldn't enjoy any of it until like the last 5 minutes when we were out of sight and you thought, right, it's done now. But every time we got some breathing space, we got pegged back. But, you know, you've got to acknowledge their character and their mentality, because we've seen this movie before where we get pegged back and we end up dropping points or losing the game. And the guys kept at it and they got their goals. We created a bundle of chances at the start of the second half, really positive. Gassama came on and did so well. The game was stretched, it was open, there was space for him to run into, and he was exploiting that. I think Chermiti had a couple of chances, Mikey Moore, and then I think Gassama had one as well. We should have been out of sight. It was just that final piece of the jigsaw that was missing, but credit to them, they kept the head down, they kept working hard, and we got the result, and we're top of the league, Steve.
Oh yeah, it's certainly a statement, that's for sure. Rangers' third goal did come from Taylor Asgard. It was well found by Gassama. He drills it across the goal, and Asgard's at the back post and pokes it in for Rangers to take a 3-1 lead. And then again, we should make a foul in the middle of the park. Chugwani should foul. He doesn't. United break away, they play a long ball. I thought it was offside. It must have been close. They did check it for a minute or two. 3-2 it goes, and you're thinking, how have we managed to do this? Because at that point we had been 3-on-1. Chermiti misses. We had been Chermiti in on the right hand side at the goalie, Chermiti in the right hand side at the goalie, Gassama in the right hand side at the goalie. We just kept hitting the goalie and didn't hit the target, or didn't hit the corners at all, which was a disappointing thing. Positive that we pressed and we created chances. That was great. Yeah. Negatives, and Chermiti I thought was excellent. Just can't finish. He cannot finish his dinner. He should have had 3 today, and he can't. You cannot be 1-on-1 and every time hit the goalkeeper. It's just, you need to be better. The fourth goal does come. It's a breakaway by Rangers. I think Raskin gets it away. Rangers do break it, works its way back. I think from Gassama to Bojan Majowski. Can't quite remember if that's right. And Majowski's shot's deflected and it draws it in the corner. And Rangers are 4-2 up. And at that point, it's finally done and dusted. But good goals, created a lot of chances. Defensively, I thought they were all over the place. John Souttar, for me, as much as he did make progressive runs, which were good, and he carried the ball, he's too much of a risk in there for me. I think he unsettles Chiga. I think he unsettles the boys at the back as well, and we lost some poor goals. Dundee United at 3-2 hit the post from that header as well when Butland's scrambling over, and heart in the mouth stuff. But the positives are, we looked really, really good at the other end in that second half.
Yeah, absolutely. The thing is, Stevie, if Chermiti scores the chances, he could have had like a 6.5 minute hat-trick potentially, and we're out of sight and we're having a very different conversation. It was just that final little thing that we needed just to click at the end of it, but encouraging, because second half we made the changes at half time and you could see the effect that they had. The game was more expansive, more space for players to work into, and like you said, creating that free-flowing football, which was really, really encouraging. But just the finishing was lacking, which was disappointing. But I think if we can get that right, then listen, there's no reason why this team can't go on and continue to get results.
6 to go for Rangers. I would prefer it if they weren't 6 as heart and mouth as that, but we will take 6 victories no matter how it looks. Chugwani was man of the match for me, I thought, or for the stadium, but I thought for me Dujon Sterling was excellent at right back. In the first half, obviously Ryan Nadiri opens the scoring, striker's goal, puts in the rebound from a Tello Asgard shot. Tello Asgard should make it 2-0. He's rolled in and he's too static. Rangers do get their second. We think Dujon Sterling kind of flipped on it, hit the defender, and then it was scooped out and Nadiri puts it in. Who'll get that goal? I think Sterling got it because he claimed it in the stadium. United then get into it. Chugwani should make a... Is there a foul on Moore? Chugwani should then foul. He doesn't. John Souttar's left exposed. He shows him on his side far too easily. He's too easy to go past. Then it's 2-1. And I just thought, the goals we conceded were avoidable. But positives for me today, created a lot of chances in the second half. Gassama was good. Chermiti was good. Can't finish, but good. They did kill it off. Mentality we questioned, and as you said, these are the kind of games we could fall away, but they've answered a big question today, the opportunity to go top. They've taken it, and yes, it might be for 18 hours or whatever, that's fine, but if we don't do our job today, it doesn't put the pressure on them too tomorrow. Celtic away to Dundee, Hearts away to Livingston. Only once in this season all three have won in the weekend. Who's going to drop tomorrow? It's not our problem now. The pressure's well, we would love that, but the pressure's all on them now. Rangers have done the job today, and that's all that counts.
Yeah, really, really encouraging signs today, and just the mentality shift now to be visibly above them is going to be a torture to their mind and conscience. They won't like that, and it's great for these players to get top of the league at the most critical time of the season, and they've played themselves into that position, so they're to be congratulated. Before the game, Stevie, I wasn't convinced by that lineup, and at half time I wasn't, and for the majority of the game I wasn't, but listen, we got the result. I just think with John Souttar at the back, for me, there's a lot of nerves. It's very tentative, it's quite chaotic at the back. It doesn't feel calm and composed when he's there. Every time the ball goes back, I had the fear. So Manny Fernandez being in there to shore things up with Jigger is a far better option for us moving forward. I don't want to see John Souttar playing for us in this run-in, Stevie, because if that happens, then we're going to get exploited. Dundee United scored 2 today. They've scored 6 against us this season, which is more than any other team. And we're going to leak more goals like that if John Souttar's involved at the back, as far as I'm concerned.
Certainly looks confident, shot to bits, but for Rangers today, job is done, ladies and gentlemen. Rangers are top. We will be back with the Sunday show to cover that. We will be back also Monday night for all the live on the flagship. And let's see what happens tomorrow. It's not our problem. Rangers have done the job today. Rangers 4, Dundee United 2. Thank goodness for that.
The Four Lads podcast is sponsored by Rhino Express, Clydeview Joinery, Athol Industrial Solutions Limited, and CSD Air Conditioning, in partnership with Black Rooster and Art of Gold. Thank you for listening to or watching the podcast. We hope you enjoyed the show.